Hello everybody, he's Agraj, and in our today's video we are going to discuss in detail about how to study effectively or how to do smart work and reduce hard work. It's very important for you. This video will be helpful for those NEET aspirants who only like to do hard work but they don't use the smart work in their study, because I know that doing hard work is not a bad thing, but if you will add the smart work in your hard work, so you will got too much success. So it's the meaning of my saying, the students who do hard work are not bad, they also know each and everything, but if you add smart work in your hard work, then it will help you ultimately in order to secure your goal. So I am going to start the discussion now. So I will request all of you to keep your focus here and don't go distracted because of anything. Close doors and each and everything, come in close room and please try to concentrate at what I mean to say. So let's start. As I had already told you that NEET exam is one of the toughest exam in our India, and it is actually called as the toughest exam because it has 98 chapters and each chapter is like a one book. Therefore it becomes difficult for students not only to cover the syllabus but to revise this remaining syllabus also, because NEET is not only about completion of syllabus. NEET is about how or in what way you are understanding the syllabus, because if you are not doing revision of the previous chapters, then your whole study will turn out to be the futile. Therefore it is necessary for you to revise also. So this video will be all about the same thing, that how can we increase our accuracy as well as smart work in study, so that you can reduce hard work, and that all will help you in order to increase your marks in the test series also. So we will discuss about each and everything. So let's get started. I am going to start now. So as I had already told you, we will discuss separately about how to do smart work in physics and how to do smart work in chemistry as well as how to do smart work in biology. So as I had already told you, in physics 45 questions will be asked, that is you have to solve 45 questions out of 50. Now how to do smart work in physics, it's very important because physics is found to be difficult subject by most of the NEET aspirant, and as a result of which most of the NEET aspirant can't able to score good marks in physics. Their chemistry and biology is good, but due to the weakness in physics their ultimate score got dropped, that is they can't able to score above 600 or they can't able to get good college because of the physics. So physics is the main obstacle or barrier in the future of most of the NEET aspirants. So how can we strengthen our physics? So as I had already told you in my previous video, that physics is a nice and beautiful combination of science and mathematics. Science and mathematics reach each other at a point, and that common point is physics. Okay, in physics you will be have to introduce your mind with various concepts, and those concepts will be both theoretical, logical, as well as based upon your thinking style, because you come to know that the mathematics as well as physics, both these two subjects are found to be similar, but physics is quite different from mathematics because mathematics require exclusively the problem solving skill, but physics require both logical aptitude as well as your learning style also, because there are many formulas in physics and you have to learn some theoretical points in physics also. So for JEE aspirants also, physics is found to be slightly tougher, but they can manage with physics because they are good in maths. But what about NEET aspirant? NEET aspirant actually face lot of struggle in mathematics, therefore they drop mathematics in class 10th and they take PCB field. But even though they have to face one barrier, that is physics, and it's very difficult subject, so we will discuss about that and how we can increase the smart work in physics. So as I had already told you that if you are solving too much questions and those questions are of low level, and if such questions are not asked in your NEET exam, so your hard work is not of any use. Okay, but you have to use smart work along with hard work. It means that you have to solve the previous year questions repeatedly. I had already told you that there are very less chances that the examiner will ask the dicto exact question in the paper, but yes, I can say that the style of asking question will be same. That is the exact numerical will be not got repeated in the exam, but the style of asking the question will be same, because the same type of questions are asked in NEET physics. Okay, but value wise numerical will be not got repeated exactly, because there are almost nil chances of having a such exact dicto numerical having the same answer. Okay, so in physics what you have to do, you have to repeat the important numericals again and again during revision, include important numericals while revision, because most of the student only revise theory part and they forget to solve questions, and as a result of which they can't able to score good marks in physics in spite of doing hard work. So you have to include the numericals of best quality in physics so that you can score good marks. Okay, so it was all about physics, and it is necessary for you to actually practice much more numerical in physics. If you are capable of solving questions in physics, then it is well and good, but if you are incapable of solving questions in physics, then don't worry. Please try to use logic in your mind, because as I had already told you, physics requires logical thinking. Okay, physics require logic, physics require intelligence. So if you are really intelligent, then you will be good at physics. If you are not intelligent, then you will be really bad at physics. It's a final statement for all of you. I know that most of you will feel bad because most of the NEET aspirant can't able to deal with physics, but it's true thing. It is also applicable to me. I was also not very good at physics, and as a result of which my NEET score also got dropped down. Okay, so in physics you have to solve the same questions repeatedly on a regular basis, so you can understand the basic logic and rule that we have to use in order to solve the particular question. Because in exam you have to not only solve numerical, that is, in exam physics is not only about solving numerical. Physics is actually about how quickly you are solving a particular question, because you have to manage time during examination. If you are not managing time, you are taking plenty of time for solving each question, then you will be unable to do anything. Are you getting my point? What did I mean? In examination, physics is not only about solving questions, physics is all about the time that you are taking for solving that particular question. Okay, because it is the most important thing which decides whether you will score good in your NEET exam or not. So you have to be patient, and you have to be careful while solving questions in physics, because physics questions are not actually much more calculated in NEET, but there will be simple calculations that we have to perform, and those simple calculations must be clear cut, and there must be no any error in that, so that your chances of making silly mistake in exam will also got reduced. So you can also practice the calculations on your own. Take any digits and try to multiply, divide, add and subtract on your own if you are feeling bored, or for example, I know that while studying sometimes your mind will be got exhausted, and at that time you have to take digits on your own, try to multiply, divide, add and subtract them, that is, try to use the different mathematical parameters in order to solve the question. Okay, so it was all about the work that you have to do in physics, and it is actually the smart work that you have to perform while studying physics. Okay, what about chemistry? So in physical chemistry, the same thing will be followed that you actually used in order to solve questions in physics. That is, you have to use all those steps that you used while solving the questions in physics in the physical chemistry. Now, if I talk about organic chemistry, so in organic chemistry, you have to read NCERT. Not only that, but you have to learn the mechanisms of each and every reaction. I will not say you that it is exactly compulsory to repeat the mechanisms repeatedly, but yes, there are some important reactions. For example, Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Then we have the different reactions in the organic chemistry. Not only Riemann-Tiemann reaction, but there are many reactions. For example, Gabriel-Thalamate synthesis. Then we have the one important reaction, carbylamine reaction, hydroboration oxidation reaction. Then we have next, which is oxymercuration demercuration reaction. So there are some important reactions in organic chemistry, and those are also named. So it is necessary for you to not only learn the reagents that are using in a particular reaction with its name, but you have to also learn the mechanism as well as the name of a reaction intermediate thus forms. In the same way, the second important point is to be remembered in case of organic chemistry, that you have to solve numerous questions, because as I had already told you that organic chemistry is all about question practice. If you are solving variety of questions, so it will benefit you in main exam, because if once you have completed the theory and each and everything in organic chemistry, you have to solve questions, because you will find the new concept in solving each and every question, and you have to separate the main questions that you have obtained in the separate notebook, and in this way you have to study organic chemistry. But don't forget, you have to practice much more question in organic chemistry, because there are many students who study genuinely organic chemistry, they learn each and everything, but even though because of not solving many questions they can't able to attempt the question in examination, and hence they score low marks in organic chemistry. You will understand what I am actually saying you exactly if you will try to attempt organic chemistry paper, because I had already told you that organic chemistry is such a branch of chemistry which is highly confusing, and you will score low marks definitely in organic chemistry. But what about inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry is the scoring section of chemistry, because it is wholly theoretical based. If you learn theory basically, then you can solve questions easily, because inorganic chemistry is dicto like biology. Just as in biology you have to learn data, then you can solve any question within a second. In the same way, the same logic is applicable in case of inorganic chemistry also. For biology, as I had already told you, you have to practice well. You have to learn theory. After learning theory, take a book and write down on your own that what you have studied. That is, make a brief summary of a chapter on your own, so that it will help you in order to recall the concept that you have studied in the whole chapter. Okay. But if you are not writing, or if your hobby is not to write the thing on your own, then it will be found to be slightly difficult for you to understand and to read biology, because biology is not only about reading, biology is about reading, learning and writing, because biology will be stronger if your both these three processes are good, namely reading, learning and writing. Okay, so biology takes these three aptitudes. Now you have to remember in biology that biology is very important and scoring subject in it, so you have to read the NCERT lines repeatedly. As I had already told you that if you can't able to learn, then don't worry, wake up early in the morning at 4 a.m, try to meditate your mind, so that it will help you in order to increase your mind power. After meditation, try to refer biology, because learning period is actually seated at morning, in morning, or you can say in dawn. So you have to wake up at 4 a.m, take a slight walk and meditate for some time. After doing all those things, it is necessary for you to read data and text, because it is a real time when your mind is totally active and it can able to grasp each and everything. So your learning capability will increase only if you are wake upping at morning or in dawn, and in this period is exclusively for learning things. So you can actually learn the theory that your teacher is actually studying you in biology in the morning period. Okay, so are you getting my point? In this way you have to do smart work. Okay. Okay, so you come to know that now today's date is 21st of July 2023. So there are few months left behind for NEET 2024, and obviously it is necessary for you to actually serious about your NEET preparation, because if you are not serious about your NEET preparation, then you know that ultimately you will got bad results, and that will lead to ultimate loss of your own life. Okay, because it is your life and it is necessary for you to actually take proper decisions in your life on your own. Don't worry about anything and don't think about people's, because people's and other relatives always blame you, even though you perform well or you perform bad, because people's always try to negotiate you, people always try to keep you behind than their children. So it's reality. So work on your own aim and don't get distracted, it's very important thing. And you have to keep your 100% focus on the task that you are doing. That particular task may not be always study, it may be anything in which you are interested in. Okay, and here one important thing is to be remember. I will tell you according to my experience that NEET is not only the final exam of your life. You have to give many exams after clearing NEET also, because doing MBBS is not a joke, because it requires constant hard work, it requires constant focus from a children or from a student actually, because you are not a child now, because you are 18 years old, some may be 20 years old also. So MBBS is all about hard work. If you have to really come in this field, then please try to make study as a habit. For example, you daily eat food, you daily go for taking bath, it is not compulsory, but you daily eat food, it is compulsory thing that you perform. You didn't got pressurized while eating. Why? Because it's your daily habit. In the same way you have to add study in your daily schedule, because it's very important. So I will like to take blessings from all of you, Thank you everybody for listening my video, and if you have any confusion or query regarding all those things that I have discussed in this video, then you can drop your beautiful questions in comment box. I will really like to reply to all those, but I know that I can't able to give you satisfaction, but I will try to actually reach you at the end of satisfaction, because I had already decided to guide you, and I had already decided that I will also start to teach you on the topic to which you are feeling so difficult. So don't worry about that. I will start my lecture soon on the topic that you want to discuss on. So till then, okay, bye. Thank you everybody. Bye.